Welcome back, brother. This is module 8, core physical techniques. Now, I've talked about a lot of different things, how to talk to your partner, what to do during sex, what is an orgasm, how to hack orgasm and have it without ejaculation and all that. But there are some certain key things that are really important and you need to integrate them into your daily practice, okay? So they are what I call core physical techniques. All right, so these techniques will help you improve your ejaculation control in the long run. And before going into them, I want you to think about this. A man can be successful in Tantra through different means: strengthening and controlling his muscles, having a strong and focused mind, moving the energy and controlling ejaculation, or a combination of these two. So either you have a tendency to be very good with your muscles and controlling the muscles will help you a lot, or maybe you're a mental type and you can focus your mind very well, and with your intention and your focus and your concentration you can move the energy, you can stop before point of no return. It requires a certain willpower. Or maybe you're both strong in both of them, you have a combination of them. So try to understand which category you fall into. If you are more of a muscle-oriented man, it's better to work on the specific muscle groups that will help you control your ejaculation. And of course, an overall fit body will help tremendously with your sex. Like many years ago, when I was 25 or something, I was working in a company, and there was like an elderly brother who was a very successful entrepreneur, and like he was in his 40s. And he said to me, like, he has a very beautiful girlfriend and he's going to gym because that helps him a lot with his performance. This is kind of common sense, that if you're doing fitness, if you're going to gym, your sexual performance will increase. This is it's a common sense. It's really true, okay? So, but work not only on your strengths and endurance training, also on flexibility and balance. Because the flexibility will help you not only with Kama Sutra positions, but improve the functions of your nervous system. And hence, control over ejaculation. Balance will also help you with focus and control. So when it comes to the muscles, the most important part is your pelvic floor. All those sexual muscles that you need to improve, and that somehow comes from your core. Basically, the best practice in this direction is Pilates, okay? And maybe you think, oh, it's such a feminine thing, like when you go to a Pilates class, or I don't know if you've ever been to, but it's mostly women, right? But actually, Joseph Humbert Pilates was a German man, and he was a genius fitness trainer, teacher of the 20th century. And he would say that every strength in your body should come from your core. If you want to lift weights, it comes from your core. If you're jumping or dancing, it comes from your core. If you're fucking, again, it comes from your core. So the Pilates technique is a super technique. I really love it. I'm doing it for many years. And personally, I like the classical mat series of Pilates. And because that's very easy, that's very effective, and you don't have any excuses. You just need a mat. And 30, 40 minutes of your time, 3 times a week. This is what I do usually, like 3 times a week. I do a mat Pilates series. Of course, if you have the opportunity to go into a studio and do with the other tools and equipment, Cadillac and stuff like that, that's even better. But integrate it into your fitness routine. It's a very, very important way of developing your core. And also develop your leg and butt muscles. These are super important because the leg muscles will generate a lot of testosterone. That's very important. And your glutes, your butt muscles, are very important for blood circulation, for strong erection, and an overall control of your sex muscles. Okay, so squatting is a great way to strengthen these muscle groups. And of course, there are a lot of isolate practices for the glutes as well. Just research and integrate them into your daily practice, your weekly practice. Developing the mind and the awareness. If you're a mind-oriented man, or if you want to improve your mental capacities, work on improving your focus and concentration. Also, the awareness of the subtle sensations in your body is the key. Why? Because it will help you controlling the ejaculation. If you are not aware of your sensations in your body, what's going on down there, you will miss the train of ejaculation. It will happen before you're aware of it. But if you have some clues, you can track what's going on in your body with sensations, then you will know, okay, if I go on like this, in a minute or two, I'm going to come. So I need to change something. I need to do something about it. Apply the 4-step success formula that I taught you before. Or do some sublimation or squeeze certain muscles, okay? Also, working on your body awareness will improve your capacity to give pleasure to yourself and to your partner. Because the more aware you are, the more pleasure you will have. And the more pleasure you will have, you can control it as well and send it upwards in your core, in your heart, in different parts of your body, to your brain. And even in advanced levels, you can learn how to send pleasure and give pleasure to your partner. It's all about becoming more and more aware of your body and the body of your partner and the pleasure. Okay? So, also it will help when your mind is powerful, you can control the senses as well. This is very important. You can control your pleasure sense, your touch sense, and kind of, it's not easy what I'm talking about, but you have a capacity that you're developing that you can control the orgasm in a way. You can have orgasm whenever you want, or you can control the orgasm. If it's like risky, you will ejaculate. So all of these things come by the power of the mind. Also doing meditation, focus practices like in asanas and the yoga postures, you're trying to stay in a balance, a difficult posture, or doing some martial arts, doing aikido, karate. These kind of things can help you tremendously, all right? But also, you don't have to be a tough guy. It's not the only way. I really encourage you to do these kind of things, but also improve your femininity. Remember, Tantra is the cult of the feminine. So improve your sensitivity. For example, a very simple practice is to put your hand like this, and you can close your eyes. Just feel your palm is not touching your face, okay? There's a little 1-2 centimeters gap, and you just close your eyes and become super aware and sensitive and try to feel what's going on. Slow down your breathing. Is there any heat or sensations in your face or in your hands? Is it feeling pleasant? And it should feel pleasant, right? Because you're like kind of caressing yourself. You're like, you can move your hand a little bit. You can tease yourself a little bit. This is kind of masturbation, right? You don't always have to do masturbation with your cock. You can masturbate yourself. You can touch different parts of your body, your chest, your nipples. It feels so good, you know? Just become super aware of these things and don't make it very tense practice, okay? Like, I encourage you to do these kind of things once in a while. I don't know, spend 5 minutes 3 times a week. Just try to feel the sensations in your hands or on your face, all right? When you're settled in your body and observe your sensations very carefully, you will feel very clear about what happens during sexual stimulation. Where is your point of no return? And over time, you can move this energy and start having orgasms in different parts of your body. During your tantric evolution, you'll realize the weakest ring of the chain. What do I mean by that? You will feel that, oh, this muscle is very weak in me. Or this, when I'm doing this, for example, when I'm peeing, I'm dropping the pee. You know, I need to develop that. Or my concentration of my mind is not powerful at all. I need to develop that. I don't feel the energy at all. I don't feel the pleasure at all. I don't feel where's my point of no return. Or I cannot open up emotionally. I cannot be vulnerable. I cannot look into my partner's eyes for some time. Like, there could be many things that are coming up that you feel that this is the weak thing. You have strengths, that's beautiful. Develop your strengths, as I said. If you're a muscle-oriented man, focus on these muscles, strengthen them even more. But also work on your weaknesses and try to fill those gaps. Whatever is the weakest chain, work on that piece of chain. It could be an organ, it could be a function, whatever it is, could be mental capacities. And combine muscle strength with mental strength, and then you will become unstoppable, really. You will become super successful in sex. So there are 5 key techniques that I want to teach you that will help you tremendously with your sexual performance, okay? Actually, you already know one of them, which was Ashwini Mudra, this anal contraction, remember from previous modules? So you can apply that technique, you can strengthen those muscles that are really very important. But here are 5 more, all right? And the first one is the Kegels. In yoga, we call this technique the Mula bandha. It's a kind of lock. It's also had a lot of benefits. You know, there's a yoga school that has written an entire book about it. A very prestigious yoga school. It's called Mula bandha, okay? So what is it doing? It's strengthening your PC muscle, all right? The PC muscle is on the base of our torso. It's our perineum, basically. It's between the anus and the testicles, that part. And Mula bandha is just contracting those muscles. The Kegels for Men. This is another name for this same practice. All right? And there are several ways to practice the Mula bandha. But first of all, you need to identify this muscle. Maybe you never felt it. Maybe you never squeezed it. So close your eyes. Relax your body. Exhale slowly. And try to feel where this muscle is. Try to squeeze that muscle now. All right? It's between your genitals and your anus. It's the perineum. So try to lift it, try to move it at least. And once you become aware of this, I want you to do 3 different types of Mula bandha, 3 different types of working with it. The first one is very simple. You make quick pumps. It doesn't have to be so quick, but squeeze and relax, like some explosive power you want to give this to your muscle. And do it for a minute, okay? So just 1 minute, that's enough. And move on to the second one, which is a little bit more sophisticated. You do it together with breathing, okay? So you squeeze it slowly up to the count of 4, and in the same time you're inhaling. So you inhale and squeeze slowly, not all the way at once, slowly counting to 4. And then you hold the muscle while you're holding the breath for 4 seconds. And then you slowly release that muscle while you're exhaling. And then for 4 seconds, you just relax this completely and you don't breathe. Your lungs are empty for these 4 seconds. And then you come back, inhale slowly up to the count of 4 and squeeze. Hold up to the count of 4, your breath and the muscle is tense. And you slowly let go of the muscle while you're exhaling up to the count of 4. And for 4 seconds, your lungs are empty, your muscle is relaxed. Okay? So do it 10 times like this. And after some time, when you're more fit, do it 15 times or 20 times. And when you do it synchronized with this breathing, that's perfect because, congratulations, you also learn the breathing technique called box breathing. Okay, so this 4, 4, 4, 4 is called box breathing. It's also a tremendously helpful technique if you want to relax, if you want to balance your sympathetic and parasympathetic autonomic nervous systems. This is great if you're excited before a public event, before sex, before dating. You just want to relax and be more centered. You can just do this. You don't have to do the muscle tension. You just breathe like this. 4 seconds inhale, 4 seconds hold, 4 seconds exhale, and 4 seconds hold again, empty lungs. So the exercise 3 with the Mula bandha, the Kegels, is stable hold. So you squeeze it and you hold it as strong as you can and as long as you can. Try to keep it for 1 minute, all right? And over the time, try to make it 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, even 5 minutes is possible. And during sex, when you're about to come, squeeze it and hold it like that. You can add the Ashwini Mudra as well. Remember, this is what I taught you. Do the Ashwini Mudra, the energy will move back to the back of your butt. You can just do Mula bandha alone and see if it's working with you, all right? But generally, when you do this technique alone at home, these muscles, the PC muscle will get stronger and stronger, and that will help you, number one, with erections, because it's increasing the blood flow to your penis. So you're going to have better erections for sure, and also better control of ejaculation because of a better erection, and also because of the strong PC muscle. All right. So number two is called it's a Taoist prostate strengthening technique. All right. And how you do it? When you need to urinate, when you go to pee, do it standing. All right. So, and of course, if you need to defecate, if you need to shit, do it at a separate time. Don't do it. Don't apply this technique when you need to go to toilet and sit down on the toilet seat. So you are doing it when you're only urinating and you're standing. I know it's a little bit difficult if you are your home toilet. So public toilets are perfect for that, right? With this pissoir thing, like you can pee when you're standing. You need to arch your feet. All right. So your feet is touching the arch is not touching the middle of the foot is not touching the floor. You're on your toes and on your heels. So if I want to show you my feet, it's like this. I'm curving my feet, okay? So I'm touching the floor with the heel and the toes. So this part is not touching the floor. Both feet. So this is challenging. Maybe you need to find your balance first, right? But this challenge is very good for the prostate, and it's going to strengthen your prostate, all right? So, and when you need to pee in this position, you are peeing as forcefully as you can, and you're exhaling from the mouth, okay? Make it like, not like, you need to control the breathing. So you bring your lips together, so you control the air coming out of your mouth, okay? So you exhale forcefully, pee forcefully and exhale from the mouth at the same time. My fingers represent the peeing action, okay? So you're peeing, and there will come a point where you cannot pee anymore, or you cannot exhale anymore, and then you stop. You stop immediately to pee and to exhale, and you inhale, and when you inhale, add a Mula bandha, lift the perineum, the technique that I just taught you, okay? So you exhale, you pee forcefully and exhale at the same time, and the moment you can't pee anymore or exhale anymore, you stop immediately and you squeeze your Mula bandha. And when you're ready, you keep peeing and you keep exhaling, and when you can't anymore, you reverse back and you do the Mula bandha again, okay? 3 or 4 times will help you, you will finish your pee. So it's going to take longer time. It's like you take your urination and you turn it into a practice. This is coming from the Taoist masters. You can actually make a sound with your mouth as well, like when you're exhaling, or according to Mantak, this kind of voicing will also help you improve, develop the strength of your genitals, especially the prostate. So this kind of practice will make your prostate stronger. So be careful when you stop the peeing. In that moment, is the urine dripping from your penis? If yes, that's a sign that your prostate is not strong enough. And this technique, when you do it once a day, a couple of times a day, or a couple of times a week, it will strengthen your prostate. It will tone your prostate, and you can control your pee, which is exactly the same muscles and the same principle that can control your ejaculation. So once you're comfortable with this technique, you don't have to do it all the way. You just need to remember how to stop the peeing. So when you're about to come, you can squeeze that muscle, which is your prostate, and you can stop or at least delay the ejaculation. If you do it strong enough, you can have a perfect mastery over your ejaculation, okay? And if all of this is too complicated, I will make it simple for you. So, for example, skip the Mula bandha, skip this when you exhale, when you inhale, I told you to do the Kegels, the PC muscle thing. Don't do it. Just leave it aside, okay? Just keep your feet in the same position and do forceful peeing and exhalation. If that's even still too complicated for you, what you can do is just stand in a normal position. You don't have to think about exhalation, inhalation, nothing like that. You just pee and stop. Pee and stop. Pee and stop. And when you stop, do it as strong, as sharp as possible, and try to make sure there's no dripping coming out. In the first couple of weeks or days or even months, it's normal that your urine is still dripping. It's a sign that you need to keep developing your prostate, okay? But if you are persistent enough, if you keep doing these techniques, you will succeed. Your prostate will get stronger, okay? So the main technique is what I described to you in the beginning with your feet position, with the inhalation and the exhalation and the forceful peeing. If all of this is too difficult or complicated for you, or even if you're successful with that, you can take it as a variation, which is the easy version. But the only rule is you're still standing, okay? You put all of your feet on the floor, you're standing, you're stabilized, and you're peeing and stopping, peeing and stopping, peeing and stopping, okay? So this is number 2. And the number 3 is lifting a towel, okay? Why lifting a towel is the advanced version, but basically you squeeze the muscles that move your penis into this. So when you're standing or sitting on the side of a bed, there's a muscle just above your penis, which if you squeeze it, your penis will go like this. Boom, 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 okay? So when next time you have an erection, sit down on the side of a chair or the side of the bed and squeeze this muscle 10 times. Lift your penis, okay? 10 times. And then rest a little bit. 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. And make sure you have full erection again. And then pump, 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 pump 10 times. Do it 4 sets, all right? And then maybe you're losing your erection, okay? You can't keep it fully hard in this all 10 times. Maybe after 5 or 6, the strength is getting, your penis is not powerful anymore, or you're losing the erection. That's fine. Then just do it 8 times, or just do it 6 times. And maybe instead of 4 sets, try to make 5 sets. The goal here is to strengthen that muscle, okay? So the key is to exhaust that muscle completely, like when you go to a gym, when you do bicep curls or triceps or chest, whatever you're doing, you exhaust that muscle to the failure. And then in the recovery period, this muscle will get stronger, okay? So don't do it every day. Do it every other day, the most often. So give yourself 48 hours for recovery. So this is how it is, okay? This is the most simple version of this technique. It's super useful. So you do it 4 sets of 10 or 4 sets of 8 or 5 sets of 6 or whatever you're comfortable with. And don't be running, just take it very easy, very calm. Play it as a long game, keep doing it for weeks and months, and then you will improve inevitably. So after 1 month or so, you're ready to move to the next level. You can challenge yourself, challenge this muscle a little bit more. You can put a t-shirt or a towel, a small towel, on the root of your penis, not the tip, on the root of your penis. It's erected penis, and you do this movement again when there's a little bit of this cloth on top, okay? This will challenge your muscle even more, all right? So maybe after 1 or 2 sets, you will feel that, oh, this is too challenging with the weight. So you can remove the weight and do it like before, just a naked penis, all right? So, and ultimately, when you're really strong, when you really want to go to the next level, you can wet this towel, make it even more heavy, and put it on the same spot and make these lifts with a heavy towel, okay? There's even a modern approach to this kind of training. It's called private gym. If you want to take the easy path, you can just go online, Google private gym, and buy this set. They have magnetic weights you can put around your penis. That's very, of course, you start the first month without any weights. You have to start small, all right? Even if you buy this set, the first month has to be without any weights, all right? Maybe even more. Alternatively, you can practice squeezing this muscle once at a stretch. What do I mean by that? You can lift your penis, and instead of dropping it, and making repetitions, you just hold it like that. Squeeze that muscle, hold your penis up, and see how long you can keep it like that. Can you keep it for 1 minute? If yes, great. Then try to improve over the weeks and months to make it even 2 minutes, even 3 minutes, even 5 minutes. If you can't, if you can do it only 20 seconds or 30 seconds, that's fine. That's where your limit is. And keep doing it just 20 seconds, not 20 minutes, 20 seconds or 30 seconds. Why this technique is useful? It has amazing benefits. One of them is for fun. You know, like sometimes when I'm inside of her, it's not just fun. You can give orgasms to your partner by just doing this practice when you're inside of her. Because imagine your penis is doing this movement when you're inside of her. You're gonna tease her like crazy, you know? You can give her orgasms just by that. You don't have to keep going back and forth all the time. You can just stay inside and boom, boom, boom. And she's like, what the heck is going on? You know, like she can enjoy it so much. And this is sometimes, it will help you control the ejaculation. So the best time to do this for a beginner is when you are not near the point of no return and or the entrance of her vagina. Do it at the entrance of her. When you're inside of her, when you do it, sometimes it can tease you so much that you can ejaculate, you can lose it. So make sure you are not too much near the point of no return. Your pleasure level is like somewhere 6, 7, 8, okay? And then you can experiment with that during sex, and or you are at the entrance of the vagina. Why entrance of the vagina? It's not too much pleasurable, okay? And if it's too much, you can just quickly withdraw and you can recover somehow. So number 4 is Asian squat, and generally you need to take care of your butt if you're sitting for extended periods of time, okay? So this type of resting is in fact one of the best ways to keep your pelvic floor strong, okay? Our modern lifestyle is killing us. It's a man killer. Our masculinity, our sexual performance is dying if you're sitting very long time. I stand up every 45 minutes maximum. If I'm working, even if I'm writing a book, if I'm really super focused, and I take a walk for 5 minutes, or I go into the Asian squat, or there's something else called power pose. I love it very much, okay? So this is something that you can do, because if you sit all the time, the blood circulation will diminish and it will diminish the quality of your erection generally. And this is therefore going to help you with premature ejaculation, or generally you will not be able to have a lot of pleasure, basically, because the blood is not circulating there so much. One of the things you can do is to change your chair. There are alternative styles of chairs, like kneeling chair, swapper stool, or balanced ball chair. There are a lot of different variations. You can just Google that. And the Kegels, the Mula bandha, is generally not enough on its own to keep a strong pelvic floor. Remember, the pelvic floor muscles are very important, and the glutes as well. The Asian squat should be practiced as much as the Kegels. I actually like to practice to sit in this posture quite a lot. And for example, when I'm doing my yoga or when I'm in the gym between sets, I need to rest. I just go to this posture, you know, like half a minute, 1 minute, as often as I can. And I keep myself in this posture. Generally, squat exercise is also very good, and it also boosts testosterone, since our leg muscles have the highest concentration for testosterone receptors. But if on top of that you can include the Asian squat, it will also tease and strengthen your pelvic floor and your glutes. So in the beginning, this can be very challenging, basically. If you don't have flexibility, if you didn't really go into this kind of practices, your muscles are tight, short, and this is going to be challenging. You have to take it very easy. Try to go a little bit every time, and you can't go into the full posture immediately. And be very careful with your knees. If you have problems with your knees, you need to consult with a doctor probably, and take it very, very easy and very, very slow. So, but in the end of the day, I encourage you to spend at least 5 minutes every day sitting or trying to sit in the Asian squat. Number 5, the bridge pose. That's a golden technique if you want to have a strong erection, if you want to have strong sexual muscles, okay? So, just You know, like this is how you go into this posture. You just lay down, you put your feet in this position and make sure your knees and your heels are on the same line. And then you lift your butt up and you squeeze your glutes as strong as you can. And you stay in this posture. Try to make sure that your knees, your pelvis, and your shoulders are on one line. Okay, don't let your pelvis fall down. Keep it as high as possible all this time. And do it for 1 minute if you can. That's going to be perfect. If you can, move it over and really push yourself. Really challenge yourself to make it 2 minutes, make it 3 minutes. Have a timer with you. Really time yourself when you do this kind of practice, okay? And try to reach the 5 minutes window by the 5th week, for example. Actually, the best time to do it is the end of your gym training, when the blood is already running like crazy in your body. This will send a lot of blood to your pelvic floor and to your glutes, to your butt muscles. And after that, just relax, lay on the mat, lay on the floor, close your eyes, and spend 1-2 minutes just feel the sensations. Now you will feel something. Now you will feel some energy, I guarantee you. And they are very pleasurable. They are orgasmic. Okay, just close your eyes, really keep the awareness face with this. And you will start even shaking. The energy will start moving. You will start having mini orgasms, you know, like you will have a lot of pleasure. And you can move that energy, you can feel that energy. This is like opening up the whole rabbit hole for you. This technique, bridge pose alone, this is really a game changer. And the awareness phase too. You will feel some orgasmic feelings, right? And after 1 month or so, if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, you can do your Kegels in that posture, the Mula bandha. So when you're in the bridge pose, you squeeze the perineum at the same time. You do your pumps, or you can even do the box breathing type of second practice, or you can do it even the third practice. You hold your Mula bandha as strong as you can when you're in the bridge pose as good as you can. All right, the homework for this module is spend 5 minutes daily practicing Mula bandha, this perineum, the PC muscle technique, the 3 of them, as I just mentioned. The second homework, integrate advanced technique of stopping the pee, and if not, just do the normal peeing, stopping the pee, and starting it again right after. Spend 5 minutes daily lifting the towel technique, the private gym technique. Number 4, do a mat Pilates series 3 times a week if you can. That will be amazing. And I hope you're doing well with all of these things, and I'm gonna see you on the next module.